the agencies are on the streets for the better of this country. And I want to just appreciate, because we have made successes. You have seen, although the president returned some few members to the cabinet that were previously, in the previous cabinet, we have the appointments that have been made now. You see, majority of the guys in cabinet are fairly informed. You saw what people said about the Attorney General. Many commentators, they were very happy about the appointment of that lady, because to many people she is competent. And some guys who were appointed to cabinet, they have papers, unlike the previous cabinet that majority of people had, we in our minds, we used to, in the public, opinion, the court of public opinion, they were people that we are not qualified to be in cabinet. So we are making progress, and I want to believe that going forward we must continue to exert pressure, because these guys, they are not ready to just listen and act. They need pressure. So the pressure that we have exerted has given us results. We need more pressure. You see, there are people lying to the president. Oh, these guys want you to go. No. Me, when people are saying, I want the president to work, he's the one that came to the people and looked for votes. And therefore, he doesn't have a choice. He has to work for the people of Kenya, and he has to work for the people of Kenya, all people without discrimination. Without discrimination. And the president must stop, the greedy public officers from, looting our resources. That is just what I would love to say. Thank you. Hello.
Okay, Andrew, I hear you. Miriam, good evening.
Good evening, Hillary. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Go ahead.
Oh my goodness, you gave me the mic so fast even before I was ready. There was no one before me. But I'll try and put my thoughts, let me try and put my thoughts together. So speaking from a point of view where I've been through, I've had business through 2 election cycles. So I have experienced maandamano as a business person in CBD. I'm speaking from that point of view, bearing in mind that the concept of peaceful demonstrations in Kenya is very foreign. I have never, ever experienced peaceful demonstrations in Kenya, especially when large numbers are involved. Forget about the smaller demos where it's usually maybe, I've been in town when maybe Boniface Mwangi is doing his demos. It's always a very small group that goes to parliament, so you don't even get to notice them. But when there are bigger groups of people, there'll always be infiltrators. Even in the past, they'll always be there. As someone said earlier, this one was a little bit different, because even though I'm sure people closed their businesses up, the people on the streets had the goodwill of the business people, because the target at that time was finance bill, and of course we didn't expect that demo period to be very prolonged. So what I needed to say is that, bearing in mind that small businesses, when it comes to small businesses, every sale counts. Every day in your business counts. Every sale that you make counts. So those days, I remember, I'm speaking from my experience, I remember those days closing up business for 1-2 days, or every Tuesday, Thursday. Those are the days that Raila was agitating. It was very detrimental to my business. I will never forget those. I'll never forget those periods of time. So you're asking, the question here is the impact of demos on the current and the current status quo to the business. I am sure the business community is really struggling, even though I'm sure they relate with what we are fighting for. I always think it's very, it becomes very unfortunate, because, the point of the demos is you have to be disruptive. So the best place to do it would be in the central business district. But I usually do sympathize with the people in the CBD, for example, or people within the business areas where the demos are carried out, because they're collateral when it comes to the agitation. So I don't know whether I'm answering your question, Hilary. Am I making sense so far? Sorry, Hilary, are you still
Miriam,
there?
what are you saying?
Yes?
You are saying, just continue. You lead the meeting, you and Kingsman.
Oh, no. I was saying that, of course, the impact, I'm sure the people in town, especially in town, I'm talking about town CBD, because most of the demos are carried out in CBD. I'm sure there's negative impact on them. Everyone is always hoping, from my experience, that the demos are not prolonged, so that they don't feel the impact, so that you're able to cushion the few days that you lose when it comes to the demos. So when it comes to the infiltration, you cannot control it. You cannot control large numbers of people, especially when the police, you don't have the goodwill of the government and the police, so you would never expect their support. But my sympathies, I will not lie, my sympathies always go to the business community in town. That's really my opening, Hilary. I wanted to just share that from my own experience.
Thank you, Mariam, for that.